Previously, before the Lineage of Moonreach, our heroes peer into the past and events that transpired that had great effect on the world and on themselves.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hi!
A very, very special episode. We are going to...
Whoa, who said this was special?
I did. You're all special to me in your own
Where's Mika?
weird way.
What'd you do to her?
She passed.
From this
Her test?
Her driver's license exam.
Way to go, Mika.
Into a different state. She's out of town, so we are doing this glimpse into times previous with just 4 members of the D20 Syndicate podcast. Well, 5 if you count me, but
We don't.
Yeah,
Times
nobody
previous.
does.
Just say the fucking past. What are you doing?
Times previous.
As a crow
Mixing
flies.
it up as the crow flies into the past.
Streets
So
ahead.
why don't you guys introduce yourselves and the name and race and class of your character that you're playing for this times previous.
My name is Tomas, and I normally play Tomar. You're probably familiar with that, but for this, I'm going to be playing Disbane Greylock. He is a hobgoblin rogue swashbuckler. He's kind of slight build for a normal hobgoblin, but he's nice and quick. He's very cocksure, and he's young. He's 15, and he has a thin top knot that he wears on the top of his head. He has orange skin like hobgoblins. He has tight concealing studded leather armor, and he wears like a scarf over it. He has a curious sword hilt that he wears at his side, but there's no sheath to put it in. It just hangs as a hilt on the side of his belt.
Okay, I didn't know we were doing all that. Well, I'm Elijah, and I'm playing Anaris Softheart First Bloom, a female hobgoblin fighter, samurai subclass, but it's reflavored as Kaalu Guardian. And like a soldier of Kalu, my best friend is a tiefling by the name of Fortune.
Speaking of Fortune, I'm Lindsey, and I play Fortune, also known as Aelwit. She is a tiefling warlock. She's tall and thin, but extremely capable and likable usually, even though she's kind of sassy.
All right.
And I'm Billy, and I'm playing Sterok Greylock. I'm also a hobgoblin, and I'm the older brother of Disbane. I also have orange skin, runs in the family.
We go tanning a lot.
Too much.
Lots of weekends on the beaches. And I stand a little bit taller than my brother, at about 6 feet, with long black hair, usually around draping my face down to my shoulders. And I play a ranger.
What's your subclass?
Monster Slayer.
All right, so some new characters for this little adventure, but I think you guys will come to like them. They've got their own little quirks and foibles.
Don't promise them that.
I mean, I think they will, because I already do. Anyway, so we'll forego our typical beginning of the podcast stuff, considering there are different characters right now, but we will return to the regularly scheduled characters after this glimpse into the past. So, that being said, let's get right down to it. I'll set the scene.
Let's get nasty.
Let's do it. We open to a scene of battle. A clearing between hills and woodlands stands guarded as a handful of sentinels defend their position. Chaos ensues as scores of shadowed individuals, cult members, spill out from the surrounding hills and trees, converging on the forms in the clearing. With a crunch, an axe head slams into the shield of a large cowled figure, dressed head to toe in red and black, a fiery palm emblazoned on the tabard hanging across their chest. The figure lets out a mighty roar as the axe's owner, a tawny-haired dwarf woman, somersaults underneath their guard, in between their legs and behind them, slicing the tendons behind the knee. The figure falls, and as they go to swipe with a glowing palm, the dwarf slices their arm right at the elbow, and the separated appendage flops uselessly to the ground. A moment later, the axe head finds the concealed face beneath the hood, and the figure is a corpse. The dwarf shifts angrily to her left, squaring her shoulders as 2 more cult members make a speedy approach. The butcher's bride tears the axe from her fallen foe's skull and lifts it as her new enemies reach her. A few dozen feet away, an elven archer's left hand is a blur as he fires arrow after arrow from the quiver at his back. He has taken the outside guard of the circle of fighters and is picking off as many of the approaching assailants as he can. He's a lighthouse for their aggression, easy to see with the shock of platinum blonde hair and spotless leather armor dyed white and catching the midday sun. With every shaft released from his bow, it seems 2 cult members fall, and he smiles happily as each one drops. A whirling dervish of daggers and crackling magic flies through a column of cult members, slicing through them and bringing them to heel. From the chaotic cloud of murder, a human woman emerges, laughing loudly with each of her kills. Lifa Knifewild's eyes scan the battlefield and find 2 soldiers in the center of the clearing, back to back, cutting through the enemies just as quickly as they reach them. One is a lithe but muscular red-skinned warrior with a myriad of crisscross scars on his brow. He slices through the cult members with a long, narrow-bladed sword as if they were made of smoke. The other is a towering, muscular half-elf with 2 huge blades in either of his hands. A cruel, crooked, blood and soot-colored blade is strapped to his back, and a majestically crafted belt is wrapped around his waist, the buckle fashioned into the face of a bear. The bear's eyes light up after each felled foe, and he turns to combat the next one. Many know this warrior's name, Rayalodian, and most of those that know it fear it. The brute catches movement to the outside of the clearing, near the trees and near a short, stocky young human in simple clothes. Another horde of foes pours from the forest, and Rayalodian calls out to the blonde youth. "Gillamichael, now!" he calls. The human, barely into adulthood, rips a horn from his belt and blows hard into it, the peal of the horn a deep and rich sound. Ooh. The summons unlocks another level of chaos as another group of warriors of various races come out from their hiding places in the forest on the far side of the battlefield. They crash against the newcomers with a mighty cry, and the fighting continues for a moment until, above the newly arrived allies, flies a shape. Blue and red magical energy ripples from him as he burns across the sky and hovers over the fray. The energy surrounds him protectively, much like the shell on his back under his robes.
Varolus!
From beneath the brim of his slouched hat, his eyes burn like the sun, magic surging down his long leathery arms, and he fires a blast at his enemies that leaves only a smoking crater. The turtle then descends, casting another protective spell around the human boy skirting around the group with a quill and parchment in his hands. "Thanks, Varolus!" the young man exclaims, relaxing as enemies beat their fists and weapons uselessly on the barrier around him. While all of this happens, we pan away, almost a half mile, to a thicket of trees on a hill where 4 adventurers watch with disinterest. All 4 of you are part of a special unit in Rayalodian's horde. You've been tasked with never engaging the enemies directly, but to use your array of specialized skills to perform dangerous missions for the sake of the greater good. Though most of you suspect that 3/4 of you, being very obviously hobgoblin, might also have something to do with it. So you watch from afar and resign to do your sworn duty. For Graff wouldn't have summoned you if your presence wasn't important. Each of you know that and trust his judgment soundly. The battle is short-lived, as usual, and as you all watch the confusion die down, you turn back to your breakfast. You know that you'll be receiving orders soon, but you have a bit of downtime and should make the most of it.
So, the audience, you guys might be familiar with some of those names. Some of those characters have popped up in our story so far, but Seth, can you give a little bit more context as to what's going on and when this is happening?
I can. So, Rayalodian and the Bloody Brawlers have been sometimes talked about on the during the campaign. As some of you will remember, the different members of the Lineage of Moonreach, the wolves themselves, have received raiments from the ghostly specters of the Bloody Brawlers. And they lived hundreds of years ago and fought against a great Lich Queen, sometimes called the Lich King, Quilaris, who had a cult established around her. And famously, they felled this Lich. But there's a lot of missing information about what went down during these trying times. Just that the Bloody Brawlers are some of the most famous warriors to ever live, and Raelodian being one of the most famous people other than his ancestor, Veldelin, because of the fact that Raelodian sired directly the lineage of Arngrim, what eventually became the lineage of Arngrim, the ruling family of Veldelin.
Did we know that?
Yes.
I don't remember that shit.
Varola's told you.
Oh.
We don't take notes.
So maybe it's news to all of you guys.
No notes. Move on.
We'll remember that for like a minute.
What do you say?
There's a magic ninja turtle.
Basically.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys are hanging out by your campfire, still having not yet finished your breakfast, though it is midday. You guys wake up a little bit late. A lot of your missions have taken place during the night.
Why do they always get to lead the van? They always get to do the really cool stuff.
It's always the same thing over and over again. And maybe this time they'll leave a little bit of scraps for us.
They're show-offs. That's all they're doing.
We could be doing so much more than this.
You know, just follow Graf's orders.
Why are we listening to him? You're the older brother anyway.
He knows best. He's in with the Bloody Brawlers, and we should listen to what he has to say.
Well, I'm bored.
This is our place. We must do as we're told.
Eat up, Disbane. You'll need your strength later.
I'm not hungry.
I don't want to hear you complaining about how you want food later.
I said I'm not hungry, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna storm off into the trees.
Well, if he's not going to eat it.
You gonna eat his breakfast?
I am.
Okay, so Starrock eats Disbane's breakfast.
What are we having for breakfast?
You better not eat my breakfast! I want it later!
Okay, we'll save it for you.
So for breakfast, you guys have made a big buttery onion, some trenches of bread, and some small portions of meat. Stuff that'll keep on the journey, and yeah, it'll keep you full for a little while. And it's lean protein, so.
Well,
eat that up. It's good for you.
I shall. It's quite good.
So Fortune, have you already started drinking yet this morning, or are you?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you probably got liquor with you, or some sort of ale.
Yeah, if you'd opened my pack, I took numerous bottles and just tried to shove as much in there as I could. So.
Okay, so you're already hitting the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in your bedroll, there's just like bottles rolled up in your bedroll.
Clinks a lot when lay stuff down. Anaris, how are you just eating your food, or how are you kind of spending your morning here?
Well, I'll make sure to eat a big breakfast, and then I will work on my forms with my sword. Possibly see if someone wants to spar with me. I know Fortune needs to work on her form.
Oh, do I?
You do.
Well.
You're very squishy.
I beg to differ.
Well, you're very dear to me, and I don't want to see anything happen to you. So we'll work on our forms.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
After breakfast, though.
Okay.
Gotta eat my onion.
So what are we tasked with currently?
You are just waiting to hear what it is. Usually Graf shows up once there's new orders, but most of the time you guys kind of are outliers, hanging out, waiting. So there's a lot of waiting in you guys' lives, and it does get, as Disbane mentioned, boring. And it's understandable his reaction, considering, it's not as exciting as what you guys just saw. It's gritty. It's oftentimes thankless, but it is, as Graf keeps saying to you, part of a much larger picture. That being said, after kind of spending your mornings doing things, and we'll say that you guys were practicing your forms, eventually, once the battlefield has been completely taken care of and all of the enemy combatants destroyed, you guys see the shape, a familiar shape, a tall, lean, but still muscular hobgoblin, Griff, with his long, like obscenely long blade strapped to his back, approaches you guys. Have you made it back yet, Disbane, or are you still off pouting?
Wandering.
Okay.
I don't.
So you didn't eat breakfast?
No, I didn't eat breakfast.
I'm gonna regret it.
And
be hungry.
And you guys all kind of see him approach at the same time. He coming up the rise of the hill, and he waves his hand in greeting. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Griff.
What, I hope you slept well. I'm sorry, I know that it's probably not easy to sleep through this skirmish.
Quite a ruckus this morning, but...
You'd be surprised.
Well, I don't think I'd be surprised. I've seen you sleep. I think you can probably sleep through a magical attack, or you could sleep through a dragon breathing in your face.
Do you bring word from the brawlers?
I do.
Quit insulting me, too.
Where is
let that go.
Where is our younger brother? Where is Disbane?
He's off pouting somewhere.
Well, he should hear this.
And he kind of raises his voice.
Disbane! Disbane! Nothing? Well,
What?
I think he's dead.
well,
A chicken probably got him.
I should hope not. But I think he'll be all right once maybe he's out there taking a lay of the land.
I said he's probably dead. A chicken probably offed him.
I'm gonna emerge from the trees.
Just like Homer Simpson style.
Oh, Disbane, there you are.
Just trying to see if there's anything worth hunting. Oh, brother, good to see you. Very timely. And I'm gonna sidle up next to Fortune and like stand next to her. And you're gonna feel my hand like lightly put something in your pocket. So what are our orders?
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than the last time. So, let's get down to brass tacks. There's
It's not an escort mission, is it?
It's not.
Because that last guy, he did not pose weight, and then he got torn to shreds.
Well, it probably would have gone a lot better had he not gotten torn to shreds. It was actually I had to smooth that over quite a bit with Raelodian.
He was kind of asking for it.
Well, if we're supposed to defend someone, they have to not be stupid and just run out. You know?
I understand these are times of war, and not everyone knows how to react.
Was he mad at us for that?
No, he wasn't mad. More disappointed.
Well, he can shut the fuck up.
Watch your tongue, younger brother. He's the one feeding us right now.
This bountiful harvest.
Well, you're eating a little bit better than some of them out there, except for maybe the crows. Now, if there's not anything else, let's get down to it.
Fine.
There's a village not too far from here that has been plagued by some manner of disease. I scouted it out myself yesterday after dark. There's definitely something going on. The others are unable to go near this place, as it is hexpox.
And hexpox is awesome game system.
Xbox.
Hexpox
play Katy Perry.
is kind of the colloquial name for this disease that kind of ravages a lot of humanoids, and it's really rapid onset. Boils form
Ew.
on these people, and it starts to warp their minds a bit. To some of you listeners, that might sound familiar.
Yeah.
But it's a colloquial name for it. But it's famously, the hobgoblins are immune to it, as are elves. And so...
Not me, though.
Oh, sorry, yeah, tieflings are also... Sorry.
Yay.
Tieflings, elves, hobgoblins,
Suck it,
orcs.
humanoids.
All the important people here.
Yeah, and orcs are also immune to it. Humans, any half-human hybrid, usually still susceptible to it. Dwarves,
Tiefling.
gnomes.
He said I'm not.
Yeah, but he said half human. Tieflings are half human.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like half orcs, half elves.
I'm immune. Stop.
You're the chosen one. So, is this going to be a rescue mission or an extermination mission?
It is not really either. We've got a vial of what is perceived to be an antidote, but it is much too small in its concentrated form. You've got to take it to the alchemist there so that he can properly prepare and administer it. But be on your guard, because there's been rumors that they're not necessarily bandits, something nefarious scouting about, skulking even in the woods, and I thought I saw something last night, but I couldn't be sure. It disappeared.
What if the alchemist has these packs?
Well, I suppose he'd be making great haste to make sure the antidote works then.
Are these just people, this town?
It is mostly human. There are some half-elves there. There might be an assortment of others, but it is deemed important. For some reason, Raelodian thinks that this is a necessary measure.
And no idea about what you saw?
It seemed almost animal-like, but then disappeared before I was able to get a good read on it. And I'm not one to dismiss things as tricks of the light. I think there's more to it than just that.
Does anyone else feel weird about saving all these humans and... I know we're among friends here, but they've been encroaching on our land for years. They've been getting in the way and taking away our customs.
Well, one fight at a time, I think, is best.
I understand your concerns, younger brother, but you must understand this is much bigger than that. This is a war against a world-ending entity. Trust me, I've seen this lich with mine own eyes, and it is terrible to behold. Her followers are merciless. We wiped out so many this morning, but they are still themselves lower echelon. Their power is pathetic in comparison to the higher-ups and the lich herself.
Besides, what do you care, Disbang? You're gonna get your action. Let's go kill some things. You've never been concerned with politics before.
Are we even supposed to kill them? It sounds like we're supposed to give them some potion. And
He just told us that there's something skulking around the village that's gonna need your attention.
does this help fight the lich? Or is this just an errand that is making us busy for no reason? Like, we should go and fight the lich.
We cannot fight the lich at our current strength, as much as I wish that we could. We are all working towards that end goal, but we still don't even know where the lich's phylacteries are. In order to destroy her, we must find where she keeps and houses her shard of soul.
So why is that not our mission?
Because we have no idea where it could possibly be. Not
But
yet.
we could search.
Where would you search, Fortune? Where would you search?
I don't know.
What do you know about phylacteries, Fortune? It's not that I don't think you're capable. It's just that in this moment, this is much more manageable, and it's much more immediate use of your time.
It is different from our usual errand.
I almost talked Raelodian out of this because there's obviously something else going on there, but he was very adamant. This needs to be done, and you know he confers with other sources that are beyond my understanding. I don't much like it, but I feel like this is the best way to achieve the end.
If it gets us closer to killing the lich.
I feel like you understand the importance of this, Sterak. This, I believe, will be somehow, it seems to be, it'll be a blow to the lich.
I just don't know why you're being so weird lately. You're being all mysterious and you're talking to Rayalodian all the time. He doesn't talk to us directly. You're his errand boy, and you bring us messages. Like, why are you so special? Why can't we just talk to him?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. Perhaps it's better that you are all kept cloistered away, as that way no one can truly know that you're deeply involved in this. It'll keep you safe, as my brothers. That's something that I very much would like. And those were all really just brothers and sisters from Ka'alu. So I would like to keep you all safe. Anaris, I think you understand how important that is as a guardian.
I do.
Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm putting you all on
I do.
A needless errand?
Like I said, one battle at a time.
Whether or not I agree, like I said, whether or not we feel like we're being put on the back burner, if it's a mission that gets us closer to killing the Lich, then let's get it over with. Sounds like a simple enough task. Let's set out, get it done, see what the next mission is.
Well, there is one other feature of this mission that you might not like so much, but
we're not babysitting another human again.
Not a human, no.
Oh, what babysitting?
But Rayalodian has requested, and he's interrupted as Randir, the elven archer, approaches over the hill. Hello, mates. How's it going? Everybody hanging solid over there? You'll have to bring him along.
Who is this?
It's me, Randir, the famous elven archer. Have you heard of me? You've been traveling along quite closely.
Well, we only watch from afar.
Disbane, do you still have that gag from the previous escort mission?
I don't know if we should gag one of the brawlers, but
I already...
My elven ears can pick you up quite well, gentlemen.
Can you keep it down over there, then?
What?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's not waste any time. I feel like we've got a village to rescue, apply an antidote, save them all so I can get back to killing these bastards.
Okay.
And Graf kind of looks at you guys apologetically and just kind of, I'm sorry. And then he turns and walks away.
I don't know why, but I was imagining Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movie when he's like,
and you guys are left there with with Randir.
good to see you, brother. Good luck on your travels.
He doesn't respond.
I love you. Bye.
see you back. Goodbye, my love.
Well, then, what's the temperature? I've never interacted with so many hobgoblins before. It's quite exciting.
Well, we have a mission
and you guys
set out upon.
I should specify, you guys realize that he's speaking goblin.
Oh.
No, so we probably appreciate but are a little bit apprehensive about that.
Maybe. Seems oddly convenient.
It's like, oh, wait a minute. Well, I take it you have the coordinates. You know where we should be headed.
Yes, due east.
Well, lead the way then.
All right, does anybody need anything? I'm quite gifted with song and dance if you'd like entertainment along the way.
We'd prefer quiet, just in case.
You are marvelous. He looks over at Fortune. You're quite a striking beauty to be hanging out with these ruffians.
I stand in front of her.
What's his name again?
Randir.
Look,
Your end deer?
Randir.
look,
Randir
whatever
the
your
Blood
name
Eye.
is, usually from my experience, when someone has to announce how famous they are, they're not worth their salt.
Well, just thought
And the last man who went with us, he was a fool, and he died.
Well, I'll trust you to understand that I am not a fool. I am safeguarding you all, making sure that this mission is a success, because as I understand it, the last guy died. Ripped to shreds, they say.
Yeah, he didn't listen to us. And
Be that as it may,
To shreds.
to shreds, you say. It's not of
my importance to babysit you. Please don't think that. I'm along just as a watchful eye. I have to do what the boss says just as much as you do.
I was just gonna say basically the same thing.
Perfect. We earn perfect synchronicity.
I step in between the two of them. Disbane.
So there's like three of us in a line.
And then
you know?
Anaris off to the side.
and I put my hand on Disbane's shoulder. Disbane, go ahead and collect the rest of the camp as we head out. You're in
I
here.
gotta do it.
How about
I'll help.
always front and lead the way? Let's make
Who's
make haste.
tallest of all of
Thank
us?
you,
Because it'd
Annie.
be funny if they keep stepping in front of me, but I'm just towering.
Well, I'm 5'9".
I'm 6 foot.
I'll be 6'1".
All right. How tall is Anaris?
About 5'2".
Oh, pretty short.
Yeah,
Okay.
stocky.
All right. Nice. So he and Randir is like 6'2", 6'3". He's pretty tall. So just, no big deal.
Convenient.
So he sees anyway.
And he sort of strolls along, and you can see that he has this nice elven bow on his back, but doesn't seem particularly special. Though he does notice your crossbow, Starok. He does eye it a bit. That's a mighty fine weapon there. What do you make of that thing? What is it? That doesn't seem normal. Seems a bit.
You've never seen a crossbow before?
I've seen a crossbow, but mine elven eyes do not fool me. I know there's something special about it. I will root you out. Greyluck, correct?
Yes.
You are one of Orc-Boy's companions, brothers, perhaps. You look confused. Orc-Boy, you just talking to him.
Oh, you refer to our brother Griff as Orc Boy?
Yes, well,
Oh, fuck.
that's what we all call him. Well, except for Raelodian.
Never heard him referred to.
He's
by
not
that
an
name.
orc.
Yeah, he's
Orcs are disgusting creatures.
Well, it's all tongue-in-cheek, I imagine.
Does he
You dishonor him by calling him that.
Well,
I'd have to agree.
What would you prefer I call him?
Graf.
His name is Griff.
I thought his name was Calcifer.
What are you talking about? What is that? Is that what he's calling himself?
No, it's what Raelodian calls him.
Why would he call him that? Why
would radio say
call him
that? Radio Shack.
Why would Radio Shack?
Radio Nickelodeon.
Radiolodian.
Volantis.
I don't know. I just assumed it was his name. I don't really pay attention.
As I'm packing up the stuff, the supplies, I'm gonna glance over at Fortune kind of expectantly.
I'm gonna look at him really what the fuck?
This kid who's 7 years younger than you.
I'm gonna wink as I roll up a bedroll. Well, that's a stupid name.
I agree. I didn't want to say anything out loud, but that's worlds better than Orc Boy. What did you said his name was Graf?
Yeah.
That's
His
interesting.
name is
Graf.
Griff. Where did these other names come from?
It sounds elven even.
Graf. I don't know. I don't know.
Who started calling him Calcifer?
Well, they had been calling him that when I joined up. I assumed that was his name. I started calling him Orc Boy. I
Graf
thought it was
is
funny.
probably just trying to act cool or something, trying to fit in.
Normally, I disagree with you, but
letting people call him Orc Boy.
yeah, that doesn't seem very Greyluck of him.
Well,
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him the next time that we see each other.
I'm gonna pull Starok to the side.
What is it?
Try to get out of earshot
Okay.
of Randir.
Yeah, Randir is just kind of
Randir.
like strolling off. Please keep up if you can.
We need to let this drop, this conversation, within earshot of him.
What's wrong, Annie?
There's a chance that he's trying to hide his identity for some purpose.
Yerindir or Graf?
Graf.
From the bloody brawlers. Why would he do that?
I am curious as well, but there's got to be some reason.
Can you not actually whisper? Can you say you're whispering or something?
I'm curious as well, but there must be some reason.
I think you're right.
We should drop it.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Why would he go by so many different names?
We'll have to ask him, but we do not discuss it with Yerindir.
I'm still occasionally looking over at Fortune.
I don't want to discuss anything with Yerindir.
Are you guys coming along or what?
Eyes front, you and dear. Just let us know if there's anything that we need to know about.
I'm on it.
Sounds great.
I'll just be holding up the rear.
And you guys head out?
Yep.
Okay, so it takes you a couple hours, but eventually, towards early afternoon, mid-afternoon, you guys approach what you can see as a village in the distance. And you can see that there's been a very poorly cobbled together, like, stock wall made out of, like, thickets of branches and stuff, as if they were trying to build fortifications. And Randir stops as you guys get to, you get to that point and he stops you. All right, so purportedly, this is where the Hexpox is located. So, obviously, he looks over at Fortune. Are you immune to Hexpox like they are?
Of course.
Oh, well, I was sweating bullets about that the entire time. Sorry, sweating arrows about it. Bolts about it.
He's not.
What?
You're not.
I am. Elves are completely immune.
That's not what I heard.
Who do you hear from?
Randy. One of my best friends.
Randy did actually tell us that.
Who's this Randy? Randy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Randy?
You don't know Randy.
Everyone knows Randy.
Everyone.
Why does everyone know Randy?
He's just someone that you should know.
Is he a hobgoblin?
No, he's an elf.
An elf named Randy? I wonder, what's his full name?
Randir.
That's very close to my name.
Randy Randolph Randir.
All of your names sound alike, so
I won't
surprised.
argue with you there. It's a very hereditary thing. Hereditary, is that a word?
What are you saying?
It's names that are passed down. Sorry, my goblin is a little rough.
I think it's Elventarian.
Elventarian?
Mhm.
Is that a word
That
you all
sounds right.
use? Elventarian.
We will now.
Elventarian. Yes. Well, this Randy, I would be very interested to meet him if he's someone to know. And he should know me, as I am someone to know as well. It makes plain sense. The two of us combined, my gods, you'd never be able to stop us.
Well, he's dead.
That is a sad turn of events. How did he die?
Hexbox. That's how we know. It was very tragic. And then I roll my eyes at Fortune.
You watch as Randir kind of lifts up the collar of his doublet underneath his leather and kind of tucks it over his nose and mouth. I should be a bit more careful here in the future.
As you should.
Well, let us continue on.
Do you want me to scout ahead?
Actually, that might be a good idea. I'll stay here for the moment.
Disbane, is it really the smartest idea for you to scout ahead?
What do you mean?
Maybe I should do the scouting. Leave the scouting to the ranger.
You're quite noisy, though. I'm gonna go with you. Stick to the shadows.
Ani, Fortune, you okay here with Randir?
It's
Me,
Randir.
We'll keep an eye on him.
Are you okay with Ear?
I made...
Can we call you Randy? We really liked him.
Well, if
It
he's
is
as
on.
cool as you say, then I suppose I would be doing him a disservice if I refused
Just
to.
do not
But
suffer
you-
the same fate as Randy did.
It would be an honor.
Can we
It'd be an
instead
honor,
call
really.
him Randy too? We don't need another Randy.
That's true.
Randy
Would it
too.
be
We could call him.
Randy too.
We could call him Randir.
like we're trying to replace Randy.
He's like even more Randy.
Randy is
Randir.
irreplaceable.
Randy.
Could he get even more Randy?
Randy-est.
Randy the sequel.
I like it.
Randier.
Randir.
It's like the new and improved version of Randy, right?
Yeah.
This is wonderful news.
Sounds good to me.
I will make sure not to die on your watch.
Fortune,
I will not
Annie,
fall the same
You
fortune.
okay here with
We
Randir?
can't lose another
Of
Randy.
course.
All right, we're
We
gonna scout
will
ahead.
Look after
Disbane,
Randy.
take point.
Will do.
Randy, you stay by my side.
If we're out of earshot, I'm gonna say, what a twat.
What an inconceivably twatty twat.
Held for that.
All right, so you guys strafe on ahead there. And it's give me some stealth rolls here. Give me some sneaks. It is still afternoon, so
18.
okay.
14.
Okay. So
I am louder than you.
yeah. So your younger brother just kind of stalks off very, very quietly. You're making a little bit more noise than him, but it's because of that limp.
Okay. We are going to incorporate it. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to. You don't have to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Because of that limp, you are slightly less stealthy than you used to be, and you almost forgot that for a moment because of how much fun it was making fun of Randir.
Wait, hold up.
What is it?
You see that over there? And then I skitter on ahead, and you see me go to like a patch of flowers, and I start cutting one off of its stalk.
I picture, since everything is pox, I picture these flowers are just sad. I'm like,
wilted,
super gray flies buzzing around them.
No, it's a nice patch of the wildlife and the flora and stuff here is pretty. It's still pretty.
Still flourishing.
Yeah, flourishing. That's a good word. Flourishing, and so it's a nice little patch of wildflowers there.
What is it? What do you have?
It's an old man winter.
An old what?
And I hold up it's like a sky blue flower, and it's got like this weird moss on it that makes it look like it has like a beard and a face.
What are you, 6?
I've been collecting flowers for fortune. Every time I find a new one, I'm gonna give her like a bouquet.
What is going on with you and Fortune?
What do you mean?
Why are you collecting flowers for Fortune?
Because we're obviously going to be married one day.
Does she know about this?
I mean, she'll get the hint eventually.
On account of the flowers.
Let me see that.
I mean, she smiled at me before.
I eat it.
it's poison.
I grab another one and put it in my pouch.
They're not very good. They're not very
You're
good.
not supposed to eat those.
Well, it's not very good.
Well, you're going to have a bad afternoon.
We'll see. Keep an eye out.
Constitution save.
No.
He shits immediately.
Shits out Hirstag. That's how Hirstag was born. It was hot in there.
Well.
Well. Looks like this is my life now.
That's his first word. Well.
So Hirstag's actually hundreds of years old.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to change some stuff. So you just pocket it?
Yeah.
Okay. And you continue on. You guys do a circumference of the city, and you see that people are there are some healthy people, it looks like, walking about, but everything, even their faces that you can tell from afar, look very, very tired and exhausted, sad, as if they're definitely dealing with something stressful. But you don't, for as many homes as there are, you don't see a lot of people out and about. And one could assume that it's because of Hexbox. You do see a curious-looking building, though, with a bubbling bit of not bubbling, sorry, like a bit of green smoke coming from the chimney, and you get close enough to see that there's a very poorly drawn potion, an image of a potion on a sign above the door.
Do you actually know anything about Xbox?
Nothing more than what we've encountered previously.
Like, if they spot us, are they going to go loony on us?
They don't look like they could turn on us.
I mean, they're humans. It's hard to
So,
tell.
I mean, even if they do, mom's the word, right?
What do you mean?
If it comes to that, just defend yourself, Disbane.
I don't think Randy would like that.
Well, Randy just got dropped on our laps, so I don't see if anybody's attacking him. What do you think Randy would do?
That's a good point.
WWRD.
I don't care either way. This is stupid. So we're supposed to go.
Should we find the alchemist, or should we double back and let them know we found the village?
Well, if we could just swoop in and then get it done, then we might as well.
Do we have the vial, or is the vial already there?
I would say Randir has the vial.
Fuck Randir. Well, let's double back. We'll get Randir, let him know that we found the village. Just get this over with.
Doesn't look like they have guards.
It doesn't look like they have much of anything.
This is dumb. I'm telling you, man, this is dumb.
For once, I actually agree with you.
All right. Well, let's get on back.
All right.
So you guys make your way back, and you can see that Randir is in the middle of a conversation with these two.
Is it Randir?
Randir.
I thought you said it was Randir.
Randir. I was kind of saying it with trying to do an elvish
I
accent.
thought it was urine.
Randir. Or Randir.
Is that the name of
You're
a
a deer.
Lord of the Rings weapon?
Mithrandir is
That's what they called Gandalf.
So yeah, he's in the middle of a sentence. And so then, I snuck up onto the roof, but I was so drunk that I couldn't keep my balance and I fell right down into the haystack. And the farmer, he was so upset with me. He chased me with what he thought was a pitchfork, but if you recall earlier, I swapped out the pitchfork with a broom, so all he could do was just smack me over the head.
Well, didn't that hurt as well?
Not as much as a pitchfork, probably.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to walk up next to Fortune.
That is funny. And I'm taking a swig.
I'm going to reach into Fortune's bag again, and I'm going to whisper, don't eat that. Don't eat it.
Okay.
Well,
So how are you doing? What's going on up here?
well,
What did you find
I
out?
asked him what his role with the bloody brawlers was, and he was telling us a story about shopkeepers chasing him with a broom.
Well, it's a long and drawn out story. It's nuanced, as one might say. I'm a bit of a storyteller myself, so I like
It wasn't there weren't any guards in town at all.
Oh,
It seemed very...
We've found the village, by the way.
And we saw
Wonderful.
what I'm assuming is the apothecary.
Good.
Yeah. We weren't spotted.
They don't look hostile.
It feels like we could just stroll right on in and do it.
Well,
But
if we do, we should be quite careful. You never know what's
We are always careful.
going to transpire.
they just looked like village people. Like a policeman and a construction worker.
What?
Guy with a headdress.
There's one with a native with a headdress.
Villagers, you say? Well, that's not too peculiar. That's what we expected, correct? Did you get the proper intel?
Only what Orc Boy told us.
I thought you said his name was Graff. Why are you calling him Orc Boy? You said it was disrespectful.
Well, I thought you said that his name was Calcifer.
Well, he's referred to as many different things.
Well, either way, yes, he told us what was at the village and what we're here to do, so let's just bloody do it.
What else do you want to know before we go?
Well, just what am I getting myself into? You all seem to be very,
Were you not given the proper intel? You were dropped into our laps. Let's just do what we're here to do. Do you
All
have
right.
the vial? If you like, I can take the vial and I'll do it myself.
I would feel more comfortable holding on to the vial myself, if that's all right.
Then please, let's make haste.
Well, if we go around the back way, there shouldn't be much people there.
We will be very careful. We will be fine. You will be fine.
All right, well, this is more your forte than mine, but,
No offense, Randir, but we're not here to swap stories. We're here to get a mission done. We need to do everything that we can to get closer to the Lich so that we can end this once and for all.
okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, well, you have a good point. I want to meet a good Randy the sequel, so I will make greatest efforts to follow your lead. So, lead the way.
All right, it was this way.
Got a bit of a limp there. What, is it a battle scar?
You could say that.
Ooh, I've got a few battle scars myself.
Here we are with swapping stories again.
You've got a bit of a rough look to you. Are you all right?
You can't help yourself, can you?
I'm interested in knowing all of the creatures of this world. Your lives are so much shorter than mine. It's very interesting how you spend it.
Well, suffice to say that you've learned everything that you're going to learn about this creature.
Fair enough. It's a bit touchy. All right. Well, what's your story? He looks over at Anaris. You're a bit short, but you're cute.
Okay.
I grin and I look over at Anaris like,
Let's just keep walking.
Well, fair enough. I'm just trying to make mates here. Friends. Sorry, I should not mates. that's a misstep. Anyway, it's over
we'll let
here.
it
You said
slide.
yes. Well, let's go this way.
We'll let it slide. You said your hobgoblin was a little rough.
Yes,
We
it's a
understand
bit
the
rough.
mix-up.
It's I picked it up a couple hundred years ago. So it's.
We understand the mix-up. Let's just
Am I
carry
saying
on.
things properly? Am I using a proper dialect?
You are doing fine.
You see, yours sounds a bit strange. I was meaning to ask because did you?
Randir,
is this
eyes
not your
front,
first
let's
language?
Go.
Okay, well, fine. I'm very interested in your lives. It's
I mean,
it's
she's
very
clearly
interesting.
not a hobgoblin.
She's not.
I'm not hobgoblin.
You didn't see that.
I
love
not hobgoblin.
Yo gabba gabba.
Oh, well,
being a polywog.
I assumed that you were. You all look very similar, so...
I look similar?
You look like a hobgoblin.
I think I look a little different.
Her skin's a completely different color.
It's purple.
I don't know what the hobgoblin colours are. I honestly don't know much about hobgoblins, other than
Your elven eyes
Graff.
couldn't tell you that she's not hobgoblin.
Well, it's less about the eyes and more about the...
Are you sure you should be handling the vial?
Yes, I'm sure.
Should you maybe...
You've been making some curious statements about the vial. Why are you so interested in this vial? Are you planning
because
on
you seem to be
selling it?
so disinterested in it and our mission.
I'm interested in the mission. I'm also interested in making chums. Sorry, friends. Is that right?
Both
Friends.
make sense. It is fine.
Okay, well, all right. Well, lead the way and I shall follow.
You've said that before.
I'm gonna go up ahead.
Okay, so you guys enter the city, the village through the back way, and it's pretty small, set into the trees a little bit, in a little open clearing, but it's definitely got thick forestation all around it. So you guys enter very carefully.
We're not here to harm you, even though we're hiding.
Through the back entrance, and you can see two people outside of their homes, off in the distance a little bit. What would you like to do? How would you like to?
We're still gonna sneak around, right?
What's the protocol here? What do you feel about?
Well, is there anywhere we can sneak through some trees?
I mean, we could all probably go that way, but if you really want, we two could take them out so they don't alert anyone.
Why would you?
I don't
why would
think
you
that we
take
can
out
kill
the
them.
villagers?
No.
What is wrong with this one?
Hang tight.
We're not here to kill villagers.
He's young. He's
Just
learning.
relax. For once, I'm actually with you on this one, Randir. Disbane, we're not gonna kill the villagers. If
Wink.
there's threat to the villagers,
Wink.
we may have to kill them, but not the villagers themselves.
We could knock them out.
Why would we knock them out? What is going on with this one?
I think we should find the apothecary, deliver the vial, and be on our way.
Doesn't Hexpox make you mad?
It does, yes.
Let's hope that he's not all the way mad just yet.
I'm just saying. Like they could yell and get everybody out here.
Let's continue on.
Let's draw a plan. If we are attacked, Randir, what would you have us do?
Attacked by whom? These poor little villagers?
The
They look weak.
villagers or
We could probably
anything
we'd
else?
probably just grab them roughly by the arms and shove them into the dirt.
Don't they have Hexpox?
Oh, yes, you're right. But we're fine. We can't get hexpox. Unless
Well-
hobgoblins can get hexpox.
Randy?
But if they get mad, they form a crowd and they just... I mean, you could be overwhelmed by a lot of people.
That's true. I would jump into the trees.
And the rest of us?
Well, I imagine you're capable enough. Otherwise, why are you on this mission?
Capable of
Handling yourself? Getting away?
getting away.
If we're not supposed to kill people.
So you want
this
us
is
to...
the thing you guys seem to be very stuck on. Is this a hobgoblin thing?
If something tries to kill you, what do you do?
Well, if it depends on the situation.
If a villager with hexpox times 25 tries to kill you, what do you do?
Oh, then I would shoot him right through his larynx.
Thank you. Let's mosey,
But
shall
I don't
we?
think that's going to be the
We
case,
should
do
do
you?
whatever we can to preserve the life here. That is our whole mission.
She's sensible. See, it's.
It all makes sense until somebody tries to put a sword in your gut.
Well, I understand that very well.
Who can we get in there without being seen?
I could sneak right in there.
Disbane, I'm trusting you. Please, no funny business, no trouble, no skulking about just for the sake of skulking. If we give you this vial, can you get in there, get it to the apothecary, assess the situation, and report back with
Could we not,
no incident?
could we not just all sneak in?
It's too risky.
It seems risky to
I am
send in just one.
Covered in clanky armor. I would not be able
I can do
to remain unseen.
No funny business.
No funny business.
And I wink at Fortune.
Nothing else
I
for my
visibly
pockets.
see. I can clearly see him. What is that? No funny business. What are you
What
doing?
constitutes funny business?
No
Fortune.
killing villagers. No
I
fucking
haven't
about.
I haven't even looked in my pocket yet, so just no more.
Fortune, do you
What do you
have
mean?
you are
Not right
a
now.
magician of sorts? Do you have any spells that could make Disbane unseen or anything that could help him.
I don't need help. I've got this.
Randir.
Have I let you down before, Annie?
This is, we've got sun shining. I don't see very many...
All right, here we go. And I start sneaking off.
Okay.
Disbane. The vial. The vial.
Wait.
And I raise my hands up to like try and catch it.
Randir
Gods.
pulls it out. You want me to... just come over here.
Come on, Randy. You can do it.
Before you go,
Give me a persuasion check.
could we do telepathic bond before you go?
16.
That's a good point.
He's already gone.
Well, how far away am I?
I mean, you're probably like 30 feet away.
Come back. Fuck you.
Okay.
He was getting ready to... He was winding his hand back to throw it.
And then I come back.
It was very persuasive. Going, come on, Randy.
He's a people pleaser, isn't he?
What? What do you want?
Nosy
I
little
mean,
people
it'll
pleaser.
take 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm bored, though.
We don't have 10 minutes.
What will take 10 minutes?
They might
Why do we
spawn.
not have
Telepathic
10
bond.
minutes?
Fortune, no, we...
This
Well,
is
we're
the
kind of
perfect...
we're kind of exposed.
If he becomes exposed, this is the perfect spell to let us know.
You want me to expose myself, Annie? And I wink at Annie.
This is what I'm dealing with on a regular basis.
Well, they're talking, and he was traveling back. I was trying to cast the ritual.
So,
What does that sound under look like?
Oh, man. She just kind of closes her eyes and then just like, I don't know, does like taps her, like the side of her face.
okay.
And then,
Does she drink at all when she does it?
you know what? Yeah. It starts with a swig and then she does that.
Okay. So you guys wait the 10 minutes?
I'll take a swig.
And then who's all involved? Are you casting this on everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone with us.
Okay. So
Even Randir?
Even Randy, too.
so after 10 minutes,
I don't know about that guy being in my head.
you guys are all in each other's heads. Oh, this is quite marvelous. I haven't done this in quite some time. Hello.
Is this thing on?
Do you know someone else who has this ability?
Yes, I do. In fact, they're all one of our companions. He's a sometimes companion. A large leathery beast. I think they call them turtles. I think Volaris.
Oh, that guy is really cool. We saw him in the fight.
Yes, he's got
Turtle
that.
guy.
Did you see me in the fight? I was just firing off.
No, I didn't
killing-
see.
No, you didn't. You missed a great show.
I must have missed.
We were all
Was
kind of
flying through the air.
Tantalized by Valaris.
Well,
Varolus.
I mean,
his name's Varolus.
Roland? The turtle one.
yes.
Give me the vial.
he's
Randy.
Yes.
Give it here. Give it.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to make my point.
All right, you
that
guys can
just
keep
because
talking.
someone can
I'm gonna go
fly
up ahead.
doesn't mean that they're
Here I
not
go.
effective or
Be
useful.
careful.
I'm fine.
Be
Jeez.
careful.
Efficient.
Give me another sneaky sneaks.
Ooh, super
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, you're stealthy.
31.
So yeah,
Jesus.
you are the night in the day. You're like finding the perfect spots to like dun, 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 like rolling when somebody walks by, and you guys all watch this, and he makes his way to the what appears to be the apothecary.
Make my way to the apothecary.
While he's doing that, can I see what's in my pocket?
Yeah, you see an array of different flowers.
What is it that he's been giving you, Fortune?
It appears to be numerous flowers.
Do you like them?
Oh, God.
I was saying it out loud.
Oh,
not
you gotta
thinking
specify.
it. Sorry. What did you say?
Do you like them or no?
I know.
No one else said anything.
What is this about?
I don't know if he has like some kind of crush. I don't know. Is that a thing? He's been very weird.
Well, with Disbane, you never know. Is this... do you feel the same way to him? Is this reciprocated?
he is so little.
I agree.
I don't know. He's just...
L-
It is endearing.
Just promise me... I know he talks a big game, but just let him down easy if it comes to it.
I won't say anything unless I have to, maybe.
This doesn't seem like the kind of thing that you'd want to leave unchecked.
So, obviously she's taken. What's your story, huh? He says to Anaris.
I don't
Annie, they call
respond.
you? That's cute. No? Okay.
Annie is also taken.
Oh, I'm sorry, Annie. I was unaware. I'm just
I'll wink at her.
asking questions. That's, well, this is awkward now.
I'm
Unless you are
uncomfortable.
interested.
I'm not.
Okay, good.
I have very good hearing. I can hear both of you.
Oh,
That's quite hurtful.
Yes, we all have companions that keep us warm at night. Now let's just focus on the mission.
Wait, what companion do you have?
Oh, God.
I don't.
Oh, so you are single? Well,
I mean,
She's
maybe
not.
after all this...
She's not.
She's not?
No.
Oh,
None
well,
of
I was
us
just
are.
This is a
Disbane,
confusing conversation.
How are things looking in there?
So you make it to the door, Disbane.
are you being
Did you see
efficient?
that? Did you see how good I did that?
We did.
You're
It
like,
was-
oh, he needs a spell. He's not going to sneak well enough, but I
You may
showed
not
you.
need a spell, but you do need to be careful. Don't let it go to your head.
I've got this.
I thought it was quite impressive, Disbane. I thought you were very,
Right.
very agile.
Right, I'm
You reminded me of-
basically a brawler at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you might give Liff and Knifewild a run for her money.
I don't know who that is.
She's
Anyway,
the fast one. She uses the daggers.
I've never met any of you in person.
Oh, I thought you said you were watching from afar.
Yeah, but I don't know who that is.
Well, she was the quick one.
It was very, very far.
That's the fair point.
And she is very,
perhaps
very fast.
perhaps you should all join us for dinner sometime. I think that would be quite nice, since you're doing so much for us, and we've never really interacted.
Yes, that sounds fun.
All right, what am I looking at?
Okay, you're looking at a door.
Looks quite dory. Is there a lock on it? Or
No lock.
The
Just
apothecary's name is Dory. Is that what you said?
like it's like a standard door.
So you found her.
Is there a window?
There is a window to the far side.
I'm going to skirt around and peer in.
Okay. You see a shape moving around in the back. Looks humanoid. You can see that there's a lot of like smoke inside. Looks like green smoke. Kind of like almost like a fog, really. Kind of low hanging, misty. You can smell something acrid from inside.
Can I open the window slightly and try and let smoke out?
You can try. Give me a sleight of hand.
It's not Fuzzums. I was eating cherries. I thought it was going to be quiet.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, you take one of your little knives and you kind of slide it under the edge really carefully, and then you slide up the window just a little bit, and some of that mist pours out. It smells pretty bad.
Ugh. I'm going to go back to the door
Okay.
and gently push it open.
Okay. You push it open, and you're surrounded by this fog, this mist. You can see all sorts of baubles and odds and ends all over this abode. There's several bubbling cauldrons, and in the back, with its back to you, is a humanoid figure, long, bone-colored hair, wearing a long, like, kind of dingy white robe. They seem to be looking at something. You see a big book in front of them, but they haven't noticed that you're in.
And I think there's a guy in here, and he's doing potion-y things.
Have you made contact with him?
Does he have pox?
I can't tell. He's wearing white robes.
Well, I would assume that is the apothecary.
What am I supposed to do again?
Give him the vial.
And then get out.
That's all I do.
Let him know
That was our mission.
it's from the brawlers.
Okay. We'll stand by, and I'm gonna do it. Hello.
You hear, and the person at the end turns around, and it looks to be a kindly, older but not old, elf man with big, bushy, blonde eyebrows, little wispy mustache, large, kind of tired-looking eyes. He looks up kind of frantically. And he taps a stone that's kind of hanging on a almost like a candelabra. Kind of comes out and he taps it and it lights up. How is this? Is this good?
What?
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Oh, well, the stone is working then.
Well, I speak common.
Sorry,
What does that stone do?
It translates.
Oh,
I saw you. Sorry, I didn't mean to make any assumptions, but
neat.
yes. So no, I can shut it off if you like. Or I can keep it on.
Does it hurt you to stop it?
No.
No, I don't care either way.
Let's keep this going.
Cool. Okay.
Who are you?
My name is Disbane, and I'm one of the bloody brawlers.
Really?
And I've come here to help the town.
I have not heard of Disbane.
I'm a new recruit.
Oh.
They were wowed by my stealth abilities.
Oh, that's marvelous, really.
Yes. I was tasked to bring this vial to you.
The vial. You have it.
I have the vial.
Bring it over here, please. Hurry.
Here you go.
And he takes it from you. He pops it open and...
He's smelling it.
Tell him not to drink it in one go.
Don't drink it in one
Does
go.
he seem hostile?
He licks his finger and he puts it in the air. And then he...
He's doing something with his finger.
Be careful.
Are you communicating with people in your mind?
Yeah, why not? I have people to answer to. I'm a brawler.
Are they nearby?
Are you smelling people?
I smell something strange.
How can you smell anything in here? It smells like a wet fart.
If you get used to the smell, you don't notice it so much, and you can smell outside smells.
Okay, yes.
What's going on,
Are they,
Disbane? Does he seem hostile?
Are more
You
the
haven't said
brawlers here?
A bit weird. He's a bit weird. He smells everyone.
Well, that comes with the territory.
Does he want us
Tell
to
your
come
friends
in?
to come. It's fine.
We can come.
Aren't the people in the village all weird and wonky?
Yes, but most of them are in their homes.
Do we come in?
What's going on, Disbane?
He wants you guys to come in.
For why?
I don't know. He seems
That's not part of the mission.
friendly.
You've delivered the vial.
What sort of person is he?
Who?
The alchemist.
What?
Oh, you're being Randy.
Randir.
Oh.
He seems really polite and happy. Weirdly happy.
Yeah, well, that sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yes, this sounds fine. As
Well,
long as we proceed careful.
Well, it sounds suspicious.
A bit suspicious, yes. I don't trust
I
it.
mean, I wouldn't want to make portion for
Can I
someone
tell if
I
he looks
couldn't
suspicious?
see.
Insight.
Disbane, I'd rather that you just get out of there.
23.
He seems just a little strange, but he's not really acting suspicious. He actually seems, from what you can tell, he seems pretty interested.
I like him. I think I like him.
We have a mission. Your mission is complete. Get out of there.
Ask him if he needs to see us in order to do this mission.
Remember what your brother said. No funny business.
I also said,
You
what
right.
constitutes funny business?
Are you all right?
I think so.
This is possibly constituting funny business.
Ask him if he
I-
needs us to come in.
I gotta go.
Wait!
What?
Well, are you not going to take the laurels?
What do you mean?
The laurels that you requested.
Am I supposed to do something with laurels?
With what?
Laurels.
I look at Randir.
I do not know anything about any laurels.
Ask
This
him
man
what
get out of
this
there.
is.
Who's Laurel?
Get out now.
And he reaches in, he holds up these two, like long, almost rosemary-looking plants.
Oh.
This was the trade.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. It's very confusing because it was very important to get those laurels, but you don't seem to know anything about it.
Oh, it must have slipped my mind. See, bye.
You just run out.
Yep.
All right, so you leave the alchemist. You just run, or are you being sneaky?
I'm
on the
gonna
way
do
back?
the sneak on the way back.
Okay, so give me a sneak.
Speedy sneak.
25.
All right, so you guys watch him emerge from the alchemist, and you guys see that there's somebody about to walk by. So he immediately jumps up by the door frame and holds himself there for a moment, frozen, and then it passes by and he drops down, looks real happy, and then he does an unnecessary somersault.
I was just gonna say something like that.
Sneaks around one of the buildings, comes out the other side, army crawls across the ground for a little bit, freezes because he sees what he thinks is a person, but it ends up being a scarecrow off in the distance, and then continues to army crawl all the way back to you guys.
And then I just lay in front of them with my head rested on my hand. got the laurels. And then I pull them out.
We needed laurels.
We've heard nothing about laurels.
Might I see that?
Well, I got them.
This is what laurel is.
These are elven laurels.
What are they for?
These are for poisons.
Poisons.
Why did he give you these poisons?
Cool.
Why indeed?
We could poison the lich.
Perhaps.
Did you take those without permission?
What do you mean? He totally handed them to me.
He gave you elven laurels.
Did
in
he say why?
exchange for the vial. He's like, this was part of the payment or whatever. This was the agreed upon exchange.
With whom?
I don't know. I assumed the brawlers knew what was going on.
How do these laurels work?
Randir, what is going on here?
Well, in order to extract the poison, they must be soaked, and then the leaves must be chopped, and they must be mixed up in a poultice. That's how they work.
So they're not
That's all
poison right now.
well and good.
It's a...
But why did he give them to Disbane?
I do not know, and they
Who requested this trade?
I do not know. I did not hear anything about laurels.
Who is in charge of this
It's
mission?
very strange because they do not grow in Veldelin. They only grow in the Blood Forest.
Blood Forest.
Was he an elf?
Yeah, he was.
This is strange indeed.
Should we go back in and ask him why he gives us laurels?
I feel like we'd look kind of stupid if we did that, wouldn't we? I mean, I already
We
said
would.
thanks and bye, and then I left.
Don't we already kind of look stupid because you didn't know about the trade?
No, I looked way smart.
We don't even know who to give laurels to.
Well, one of the brawlers is right here with us, and he's just as dumbfounded as we are.
Well, maybe we should just take them.
Is he, though?
Does anyone have the ability to identify magic or anything of that sort?
Let us see.
Can
Do
I
you
just
have-
use Arcana and Investigation and try to just investigate it without...
You can definitely do it.
Okay. I got 12.
12. You don't... You can see that they're actually... You can tell there's something magical about these, but that's about as far as you can get.
Yeah. They seem magical and that's all.
So we can tell there's something magical about them, but we don't know what it is.
We should
No,
probably...
it seems that's the case, and normally the laurels themselves are just... they have a hint of magic. They are...
What would the brawlers want with poison?
I don't know. They didn't tell me anything about
Do you
this at
think
all.
we go back and ask? I think that makes sense.
I'm definitely going to put a
Please.
strong word in Raelodian's ears. I don't like coming out and not knowing what's going on. I need all of the information.
I will go ask them.
I think that's a good idea, Fortune.
Ask who?
The shop guy.
No, I can do that.
I'll go with.
All right, well, you have to sneak exactly the way I do.
I will sneak.
Why don't we all go? You said he was an elf.
Yes, we all
What does that mean?
Well, I am an elf.
Do all elves
you
get
know each
along
other?
with all elves?
I mean, it's
That's
very
silly.
strange that he would be out here.
In case they don't like us for some reason, it might be good to have elf. You know?
Well, we should have some plan. Be on our
walk-
guard.
We walk in and
No
ask.
killing.
What if he
You feel
stabs
safe.
somebody?
If he stabs somebody, you have my permission to give him a right slap.
Well, remember that disease, it affects the mind. So,
You're just
Non-
gonna let him stab you?
you
Re-
defend yourself.
We're going to do
and you run
non-lethal.
away.
As much as I hate to say it, for
Let's
fuck's sake.
These are villagers.
Let's go. Let's go talk to him.
Let's go. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
We have some answers that we need to get. Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, give me a sneak.
Oh, are we sneaking? Uh-oh.
Well, are you just marching in
I
there?
honestly, I thought about it for a second, are we just going to march in?
Well, what do you guys want to do? Are you going to march in?
No, we're going to try to...
Well, just so you know, my stealth is +1, and I'm wearing heavy armor.
Roll good.
I got 23.
18.
I'll use my light dice.
That was good. Hey, both were pretty good. Better than mine.
14
14.
with disadvantage.
Okay.
13.
Okay. What'd you get?
18.
And you get 23? Okay, so you guys are actually all fairly stealthy. So you guys watch as Disbane makes a somersault, goes around a building, pirouettes, and
I will attempt to mimic his movements exactly.
okay, give me an intelligence check.
He's just doing the routine from Entrapment. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Dips beneath the lasers.
Just intelligence.
Yeah.
6.
Okay. It's hard to follow. He's all over the place. Like, you get the way that he's going, but all of his little movements, you're like, in heavy armor, I don't know if I could do all of that.
I pictured Cricket from Always Sunny, like escaping.
I won't do the rolls because I feel like that would cause a lot of clanging.
Just tiptoe. Like this, you see.
I'll do what Fortune's doing.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys can elect to not do all the rolls and stuff. It does seem very unnecessary.
He's rolling right through the street in broad daylight. I don't see how that's...
They can't see me. They can't see me, though. Look at this. Look at this.
And you all make your way to the apothecary, largely unnoticed. You just want to walk back in?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you guys push the door open and walk on in. And you see the exact same man inside, Disbane. Long, bone-white hair, wispy mustache, big bushy eyebrows. Kind of a tired look to him. He looks exhausted, like he's been working pretty diligently. And this time he's not behind the, in the back, he's not behind this little shelving there. He's stirring a cauldron, and he's adding little drops of the vial that you gave him.
Hey, guy, we're back.
Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
Oh, there's more of you.
We're going to require some answers as to why and who told you to give us magical poison flowers.
Well... And he very, very obviously looks up at Randir and then looks at you guys. I don't know.
You don't know who gave you these orders.
Insight check.
Did he give you these orders?
27.
Give me an insight check.
Jesus. I outsight.
I created.
I out of sight with George Clooney.
Which is a...
And
21.
Jennifer Lopez?
21.
He banged in a bathtub.
What'd you get? 1? Yeah, you were just like,
You have Hexpox.
this guy is acting weird as fuck, but you three notice that he stares right at Randir and then very badly lies about it.
You friends with Randy?
What are you talking about? No, I'm not friends with...
Randy, do you know more than you told us?
Well,
Do not lie to me, Randy.
well, I do know him. This is my cousin. And he's just, like, you see his, like, him visibly just like, look, well, I suppose the cat's out of the bag now.
You have a cat in a bag?
No, it's never mind.
The fuck is he talking about?
I don't know what these fucks are up to.
I just don't know. Well, hello, cousin.
Everybody give me a...
Wheeled a cat in a bag? That doesn't seem
Everybody
like
give me a
weapon.
perception check.
History check on cat in a bag.
Cat bag. Ah, you got a cat in the bag.
19.
22.
10.
Ooh, that's
16.
nice.
16. Disbane and Fortune, you notice that Randir is slowly backing out of the building. Very, very cautiously, as if to not be noticed. You two don't notice this.
I'm going to go towards the door, kind of in front of him, and kind of rest my arm against it. Where are you trying to go?
Call of nature, you know how that sort of thing is.
We're trying to protect you. Yes, you need to talk to us before you just leave.
Well, I didn't know I had to mention it when I had to...
I'm gonna reach
Listen,
down.
you are Randy too. You don't want to be
I'm
Randy
gonna
1.
pull. I'm gonna pull out.
Inspiration.
I'm gonna pull out the hilt that's on my belt and put it against his back.
Now, a bit of cold steel is unnecessary. We are all friends. Remember, I'm Randy too.
Oh, Randy, this isn't steel. This won't hurt you like a normal sword would.
That somehow does not make me feel any better, Disbane.
No, it's gonna hurt quite a bit. Now maybe back away from the door and tell us more about what's going on.
All right. And he slowly, like, resigns himself, kind of slumps.
How about you put the bow down on the ground?
All right. He slowly takes his bow off of his shoulder and sets it on the ground. Are you satisfied?
Not quite. Not even nearly. What is it that's going on?
Just be honest now.
Has a true word left your lips since we left camp?
Well, yes, of course. He seems very hesitant to reveal any information.
We are great secret keepers. We are to ourselves very often.
We're also great secret extractors.
They too.
You give me intimidation, you give me persuasion.
22.
28.
He's very compelled. Well, I suppose, considering the circumstances, and he looks around the room, fuck it all. I started to, I wasn't supposed to, but I really started to take a shine to all of you. It's unfortunate, but this was sort of a setup. You guys were not supposed to make it back. Those laurels, they attract a beast from the forest, and once we left, the beast would attack you, probably kill you.
And
do you see what I was saying?
And this beast, was this what's skulking around the village that Calcifer or Orc Boy was talking to you about?
I didn't know that he saw that. I suppose.
Is he aware of this plan? Was he part of this? Is this why he gave us the mission?
I would be very surprised if he knew anything about this. This was a personal mission. I was given this directly.
Who gave
By
you
whom?
this mission?
From Rayalodian.
Well, this day is fucked.
Thank you for being honest. It sucks. But it sucks.
Now, does this village even have the hexpox? Is that even...
It's lousy with hexpox.
And the vial, what's that supposed to do?
It is a cure.
So, we are sent here per Ray Leodin under his command. You were to deliver us here to get these flowers that would attract a beast in the forest to kill us.
Yes, that was roughly the idea. I was supposed to ensure that if the beast failed, that I would not.
Disbane, give Randir the flowers, please.
What?
Give him the flowers.
Why?
Give him the laurels.
Now, So, Rayalodian wanted us destroyed.
Yes.
And why would he want that?
He didn't divulge everything, but apparently there is some magic in the depth of a hobgoblin. Something... He didn't give me all the details, but killing hobgoblins, spilling their blood on certain grounds would ensure certain rituals would come to pass.
Why not just kill our brother then?
I do not know. Perhaps he has tried. I was given this mission, and I'm regretting it because, you made me a part of your little group, and I started to quite enjoy it. I like being Randy too. I thought that was quite kind of you. You had such a good bond with that friend of yours. I just thought, I really can't, let that torch hit the floor, if you will.
Well, thank you. What do we do now?
I still say give him the damn laurels.
But then Beast comes to all of us.
Well, we don't need to leave
Beast
with him.
Comes to the laurels.
Can we destroy the laurels?
Well, if we know that the beast is coming to us, I suppose we could just leave the laurels here.
No, don't leave the laurels here, because it will draw the beast to the village. You wouldn't want innocent blood on your hands, would you?
No.
I don't. No,
I don't know. What
say-
about you? Would you like the innocent blood on your hands?
Well, not exactly, but my hands are tied and bloody.
Well, you're going to have bloody tied hands.
What does that mean?
It means give him the fucking laurels, Disbane.
I don't have them.
I thought
Fortune has
you
them.
took them.
Oh, I have them? I don't remember that.
Yeah, you did Arcana to see.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't know you took them.
Yeah, I assumed I gave him back, but that's fine.
Here's the laurels.
Do you want me to just hold on to them? What?
I guess.
I do.
Why, can we fight this beast? Do you all assume we cannot?
Well, I mean, I assume that's what Rayalodian expected, but... well, I shouldn't be telling you this, but... I know how to defeat the beast, if you would like, but I also know how to bait the beast.
You're going to be the bait, and you're going to tell us how to kill it, and then we're going to kill it. And then we'll decide what to do with you.
Why do we even need to fight anything? Let's just leave, go back home.
Well, if there's some dangerous beast out there, I don't want to leave it for traveling merchants, so...
She has a point.
What sort of beast is it? Is it just natural to this habitat?
It is a great woolly thing that is necrotic in nature. It's the whole reason that this hex pox has traveled all over this countryside.
So do they not even care that the hexpox is spreading? This was all just a ploy.
Well, I think it was a way of getting you here for sure. That is an actual antidote.
Can we use it on the beast?
He seems perplexed. I don't know. I did not think of that.
But why the fuck would we... Like, even if we healed this town, and the beast was still running rampant, then it could just easily spread it again.
I must go back to your deaths. I think that's what was most important to Rayalodian.
Fuck Rayalodian.
Are you close to Rayalodian? He sounds terrible.
He is my superior officer, and he is the one leading this army and fighting the Lich.
And you agree with his methods?
No, not always. But
These methods sound terrible.
if the most powerful warrior in the world is telling you to do something, and you've trusted him before and it's turned out okay, I just assumed that this would be a similar situation.
He doesn't even know we could be more powerful than he is.
She's not even a hobgoblin.
He's never even
You're just
met
gonna let
us.
her die for no reason.
Me.
It's all bullshit, but what it boils down to is typical save the village, slay the monster, and let's fucking go.
No, it's not all it is.
We'll figure it out afterwards.
They did not trust us as a people.
And we, going forward, would not trust them as people.
There's more to it than that.
This is what's on our plate in front of us right now.
If our blood would stop the Lich, he automatically assumed deception was the only way for the hobgoblins to give up their blood. Maybe somebody was willing to be a hero and sacrifice themselves for the greater good. But he thought, oh, I'm just gonna deceive them. They're just fucking hobgoblins. Who cares? I'm not inclined to help any of these people.
We're
I
not
say
helping
let
them.
the pox take them all.
We're not helping them. We're helping this village.
This human village?
They were innocent.
We're helping the world. You have to remember that. This is bigger than us.
They're gonna get theirs. We're not trusting them going forward. This village has nothing to do with the brawlers.
If you want to try and fight the monster, I will protect you, but this is bullshit. This is stupid.
It is bullshit.
We have no responsibility to fight the monster that was meant to kill us in the first place.
We are on the same page, you and I.
So why are you going to fight it? It doesn't
Because
make
we have a
any sense.
responsibility.
No, we don't.
What if we are meant to do this?
There's a mess that we're
Save
aware
this
of, and if we
village.
turn our backs and don't clean it up, we're turning our backs on our responsibility.
He's just making us go and do the thing he wanted.
If there are undead here, I'm going to fucking kill them.
We all are.
Take his weapon.
But
Grab
what
it.
if we need him to help?
He's coming with us.
He's
If we're going down,
he's going to help.
if we're going down, he's going down.
I appreciate him letting us know all of this.
Yes,
And
I agree.
Under duress.
He did not have to. He could have tried to lie. And if he is lying, that's his
I still don't
bad
trust
lie.
a fucking word coming out of his mouth.
I will admit, I as I said, I came here under the pretense to make sure this all enacted, but traveling with you has maybe softened me. I was just kind of assumed that you all just the same hobgoblins or warmongering,
Why do people think this?
Well, that's all well and
It's like
good,
they never
but you're
made the
talking a little bit
hobgoblins.
too much for bait. Let's move.
Hold on. How much of that potion, that cure-all, can you make?
Well, I didn't make it.
I'm looking at the wizard.
Okay, sorry.
Wizard!
Well, I can make a bit. This is a really awkward situation I've been put in, because I was just doing what I was asked. I didn't know any of this extra stuff.
Well, now you're being asked to make some more.
I'll gladly make more. Anything that helps the village.
How long is it going to take?
Can you mix it with something that we can use to throw at something
That's an interesting idea.
and activate upon collision?
Yes, I think that I can. That would be quite interesting. I'm tired of making poultices and brews and potions. I think this would be quite fun.
Yeah.
This is something that helps.
Yes, it helps. But it's also very, very... Well, I was going Borat there. But it's also very fun.
Yes.
Sure.
Most importantly, because it's boring here, and I hate being bored.
Me too.
Yes.
Kindred spirit.
I'll whip that right up. Would you like anything to drink in the meantime?
No.
No.
I have mine.
I'll take a swig.
Perfect.
And he just turns and he just focuses on his cauldron.
You want to pass that over here, Fortune?
I suppose I have more, sure.
Glug. Not taking
Nice.
anything from these motherfuckers.
Would you
You
like
know
some?
I don't drink.
What is up with that bow?
I'm just checking. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Randy's bow? Randir's bow? What is up with Randir's bow?
It is magical.
It's magical.
So the bow is all black, very sleek, with a web-like pattern, etched into it. And the bowstring itself is almost non-existent. You can barely see it. There's definitely a magical quality to this bow.
Interesting.
Do you have any use for it?
I mean, I can shoot a bow as well as the
It
next
doesn't
guy, but
even
you're
have a
kind of the
string.
bow guy, aren't you?
I already have my own.
My own looks way cooler.
Easy, Disbane.
If no one wants it, I can have it back.
You can...
I'll take it.
Let's not make an enemy of him yet.
Nobody's making him an enemy.
The guy
We're
that was
making-
gonna-
Putting up.
The guy that was going to ritual sacrifice us.
We are
You're right. We
making-
should be right friends with him.
We're making him bait. There's a difference between bait and enemy.
We don't need to make him bait either.
Annie, I know that you guys have got this love thing going on, but he doesn't care about us.
And just as a side, you can edit this out. As the highest ranking person, Anaris
give them
could definitely put her foot down. So just FYI, so everybody knows. I probably should have mentioned that beforehand, but
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because she's one of the 5.
yeah, she's one of the 5 guardians.
You're taking charge here. And I don't really appreciate it making decisions like this without consulting me. We don't make enemies. I think we should see how this plays out now that we know what we're up against. To some degree, we can try to make it turn to our favor.
Yes.
Well, we saw how it was going to turn out without us intervening.
But he said something, and we have no proof that he is deceiving us.
He's only been deceiving us the entire time.
Well, he was before. That's what he.
he could be
but
deceiving us now.
But that's true.
They'd
But we
be
have
a
no
bad
proof.
Deceive.
What do you mean? He told us.
Ray Liodan could have no idea about this entire plan. He could just be doing all of this, orchestrating the whole thing
This could
because
be the
he
plan.
hates hobgoblins. Because he hates hobgoblins.
Are you scared of this beast?
A beast that I have not seen. No, I'm not scared of it.
I'll walk
We've
over to
trained-
your Randir.
I'm
I am
going to
so
slay
sorry.
it.
You understand this is hard.
No crosstalk.
You keep talking. We've trained our whole lives for combat. I think we should defeat this beast and decide what we will do next once we've done that.
That's literally what I said.
But not using him as bait, not splitting up his gear before he's dead. He could be a powerful ally.
What were you going to say, Fortune?
That was it. It was just.
Well, what did you say?
Sorry,
'Cause
it's
you were
just
talking
hard. Hard situation.
You understand.
Yeah.
They were going to kill us. It was a whole thing. Sorry, my friends have to come to terms.
Well, I will be honest, I didn't expect that I'd have to reason with... no disrespect, I didn't think I'd have to reason with hobgoblins. I assumed that if I was found out, I would be killed. So, this is a welcome surprise. It definitely defeats my preconceived notions.
This is how hobgoblins normally are. They are kind. They are peaceful.
I'm very interested in despite the situation, interested in seeing how they resolve this. It's very interesting to see.
And I appreciate your honesty. It is good to know. It is upsetting, but...
Proposed honesty.
Yes.
Now just know that we will have our eyes on you.
Yes.
If you try anything, we'll go back to what? Starock. Yes.
Starock is slowly dragging his thumb across his throat.
And their eyes are very good, so nothing will get past.
No, I think that I will assist you to my best efforts.
And shall you do this? Maybe we become allies.
Perhaps. Stranger things have happened.
We were already supposed to be fucking allies.
Well, that was a ruse, but this is not a ruse. I am being honest.
Honest allies.
I'm being honest.
Insight.
You're an ass.
That's a fair assessment. What are you doing?
Insight check.
Okay.
Because no one's insight checking.
Nice catch.
Thanks.
14.
14? Yeah. He seems like he is more intrigued than he is interested in lying. Like, let's see how this goes.
Okay, so what now?
So I pick up his bow and I hand him his bow back.
I have the bow.
I take the bow from him.
I'm not letting him take the bow.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm not doing
Disbane.
that.
Oh, this,
Let
you
it
have
go.
to follow
I'm
orders.
not doing that.
You will.
No, I won't.
Disbane.
What are we going to do about this?
Yeah, what are we going to do about this?
You're ranking officer.
Hand it over.
Disbane, you're
Defying.
Are you,
being a dick. Disbane, I
you don't
know.
make the decisions in this group. You are a hobgoblin. You know your place.
Annie is ranking officer, Disbane.
And he is not our enemy.
Not yet.
As much as I
We will
disagree
keep
with
it.
both of them, we're on the same page.
You-
for
We will
once.
keep
I don't know
an
how
eye
this
on
happened.
him, but you hand that bow over.
I'm not giving him a weapon to use against us. I'm not doing that. I disagree with your order. And if it takes...
And what do
If
you
it takes-
do
if
as a
it takes-
hobgoblin when you disagree with an order?
It doesn't matter.
You just do it.
If that's what it takes, if it takes me leaving the army, I don't care.
Completely outcast from our society.
Not every
Listen
hobgoblin
to
has
your
to be part
words.
of this war. Nobody has to be. I'm here
You
to...
want to leave our society, be out there on your own because of this.
You don't control who leaves.
You know how it works.
I know how it works. I'm not doing it.
Don't make me
Disbane.
fight you.
This is just silly.
If you fight me, you're gonna lose.
I won't.
You will.
I practiced one with her today. She is very good.
I don't
Disbane.
care. I'm not doing this. We can talk about it later. I'll give it back if he turns out to be fine.
What if I hold it for you?
Why is that any better?
Because right now it seems like you never
she
give
wants
it
to
back.
willingly give a weapon to someone who is willing to sacrifice us. I'm not doing that. I don't care what the hobgoblin rules are. I'm protecting the hobgoblins.
You're young.
And you're a fool.
You're emotional.
I'm not doing it. He seems perfectly fine right now. He hasn't said boo about getting his bow back.
I would like my bow back.
He
It
would
doesn't
prefer his
matter
bow
what
back.
he says. I'm telling you to give him his bow back.
I'm not giving his bow back.
Annie's pulling rank
I
here,
take
Disbane.
All right, give me them opposing strength rolls.
No, it's a grapple check.
Oh, yes.
God, sucks.
Let me see if I have I think I have a reroll feature.
That'd be convenient.
Yeah, because that was shit.
Yeah, it was. I saw that.
I saw that shit.
This is taking an interesting turn.
Mm-hmm. He is a stubborn little hobgob.
Yeah, he is.
But rightfully so, because, like, they're never talked about after this, so...
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Wonder what happened to these guys. Oh.
Sounds like they trusted people and got sacrificed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like they got eaten by an undead mammoth. It's like
Okay.
Delita and Ramza from Final Fantasy Tactics. They were the ones that were behind everything, but then history rewrites itself with all the other players.
Which one did I roll? This one? This one?
The 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Can you
This
reroll?
one? No, not the 16.
So I've got 2 allies in range, so I'm going to use Saving Face to add +2, so 5 plus 8.
13.
13.
18.
So,
I also have saving face, but I didn't use it.
so yeah, you were unable
So I
to
make a
wrest the
grab.
bow from Disbane. He's a bit quicker and pulls it away.
I will try to help.
Help who?
Anars. You have to listen. Oh my god.
Are you trying to persuade? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I think she was trying to do grapple.
I'm going to try it again, because I have 3
Can we just do
attacks.
this over and over? That's how this
What
is
would
working?
grapple be? Strength?
Well, what are you going to do if you get it away?
I'm not going to even use it. I'm just keeping the weapon until we know he's on the up and up. Just fuck off.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Hand it over.
No.
Give me an intimidation.
Intimidation.
Against what?
Well, pulling rank. So it would be,
Starok is...
I would say,
At this point, Starok is just leaning against the wall,
give me
seeing
like
how this plays out.
I'm rolling garbage.
Yep.
what it would be. That would be
15.
like
well, that's
shit. What would that be? Like a charisma save or a strength save, I guess. Yeah, it would be a strength save because of you. It's basically like do it or else kind of thing. And if you think that you're strong enough,
That doesn't make any
No,
sense.
it would be will.
Yeah, definitely.
Would it be will?
Some sort of will save.
wait, you mean wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
Well, it'll be wisdom, yeah.
I feel
but
like it would be a charisma. I mean, I have less bonus in charisma, but I think it would be charisma save against something like intimidation.
That's something because intimidation is like by force, whereas it's not persuasion because is intimidation a charisma?
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. It's charisma. For some reason, I was thinking that it
That's
would.
fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
fine.
yeah, give me charisma.
Oh, it's just an ability check. Is that an ability? No.
Do you really want to drag this out, though, Tomas? Like, I'm
Why-
going to end
I-
up slicing you down.
I just don't know
if
why
you
that has
don't.
to be the end result. Like,
This is how it's going. You can take the bow back later.
I'm just going to exit the door. I'm going to go outside.
With
What do you think
an
this
intimidation
is?
check?
Well, so she intimidated me,
Okay.
but I'm just going to leave. I'm going to go outside.
Well, the intimidation was more of like do what I say kind of intimidation, right? Is that?
I'm
like,
getting ready to start
But you
chopping
can't
into him, so.
you can't make somebody drop something.
No, I know.
Like-
I'm.
Like, I'm scared, but I still stand by my convictions.
Okay, so you just turn and walk out the door.
Yes.
Well, Fortune was standing in the doorway.
I will gladly keep an eye on him.
And I will too.
We don't need to use him as bait.
Well, at this point,
He's
I've
not.
given an order and he's refusing, so I'm not going to back down from it.
That's the
Yeah.
big crux of this
Yep.
because that is an important feature.
So if you try to keep it and do not listen to the order, I'm going to fight you.
So
Well, he's basically working his way towards banishment. I feel
in
like.
Naris's mind,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, that would make the most sense. All right, so almost called you Tomar. Disbane has backed out of the door, basically turning his back on you, Anaris, and disobeying you.
All right, I will follow him.
Okay. You can tell that Anaris is following you out, Disbane. And you guys are just kind of out in the middle of the the village now.
I'm just going to stay close to Randir.
Okay.
I'll follow them.
Okay. Now the three of you are out in the road.
Disbane, please stop.
I stop and I turn around.
I know this is hard for you, but this is a banish. You're looking at banishment for this. I don't want to fight you. This is what our society is. You need to hand it over.
I'm willing to face banishment.
Okay, here. Okay.
You are of the Hobgoblin people. They've always looked down on us. But the woman I care about and my brother are here, and I'm not gonna let them take one in the back. For your customs.
How long have we been working together?
A long time.
And we've survived this long.
And
I'm not asking you.
You've usually respected my thoughts. I think this is a bad call.
Hold on. Okay. No. You understand, if you're banished, you can't protect any of us. We need you. We need you here to help us. And if you are given an order, we have to listen. You can't do anything if you're banished. You can't help us.
I'll try rolling persuasion.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. 20?
That's a very good point. In real life, I'm like, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
And I will assist. And I will say, I'm not asking you to turn your back and get stabbed in the back by this person. We need to keep our options open. He could be a very powerful ally. We may never, ever know who gave this order, or who wants us dead, or for what, if we just let him be bait and let him die out there.
If one of these people die because of you, it's your fault, and I'm gonna take it out on you. And I drop the bow on the ground.
I take it.
I come out the door with, I'm kind of holding on to one of Randir's arms.
It's a bit tight there. You got a strong grip.
You're going to be okay.
No, I know. I'm just, it's just surprising. It's just a little bit of hostility here.
Well, thanks. And I kind of shove him toward Anaris.
If you try anything, we're watching you very closely. The only reason I'm giving this back to you is because there could be an alliance here. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Right. Well, thank you. You all are very kind to give this back to me, and I will make a vow that I will have your back in this endeavor. If you believe the vow of an elf.
I'm choosing to trust you now, but they will be watching you. These two.
And I make my way over to Disbane. It was a bad order, but an order nonetheless. We're going to keep an eye on him. And if he gives us any indication that we need to make a move, we will.
What was in that breakfast? Annie seems off her fucking rocker today.
I can't disagree with that.
So, Randir takes the bow. I'll make sure not to let you down. I'll watch your back. I'll treat you as if you were one of the brawlers. All of you.
How about you stay in front?
You watch my back?
Yeah, okay.
I'd feel a lot more comfortable with that, yeah.
Yes, that's the idea here.
All right, well, shall we go hunt ourselves a beast?
Yes.
Let's see.
Once we have this concoction.
And I think that's where we're going to end for the night.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. Getting heated.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, that was, yeah. So, this will be part 1, and then we'll have our part 2. So, other than that, I'm not going to dole out any experience or anything like that. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll do it since it's I had it set to milestone. Everybody gains a level because that was good.
Sweet.
Go up a level.
Cool.
Get some more shit.
Nice.
I did not have it set to milestone.
So yeah, interesting things that we learned so far in this session. First of all, we learned that Disbane don't give no fucks about rank and order. Also learned a little bit about the fact that
He's also really good at sneaking.
Yeah.
Very good.
Catherine Disbane Jones.
Doesn't matter if the sun's out or
He gets beneath sunlight.
But yeah, we also learned a little bit about Graph and the fact that
I think that was the big reveal of the episode for sure.
Yeah.
Straight,
but also
phone.
also that Raylodian apparently ordered a hit out on you guys.
Yeah, what a dick.
So something obviously is going on, but yeah, I guess we'll find out in part 2. Other than that, so yeah, thanks to Chad Piper for doing the awesome intro song, Adrian Von Ziegler for the music. Stick around for part 2 and see how these rascals get out of this mess, or if they don't. And that's it for me. I'm your host and DM, Seth. Thanks for listening to the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fortune consider. Fuck. This is great.
Zoya the Destroyer.
Yeah. You hungry?
No, I'm just fat.
Just admiring my fatness.
Just admiring my girth.
That's like, do you guys ever like just sing random shit? Like I was just being when he did get pizza, I got like chicken and cheese sticks or something, and I was just like laid on the couch after and kept singing, "I'm a fat fuck."
Yeah, I'm a cop. Yeah, I'm a Norris.
It is
I
kind
hate
of
it.
funny that
It's
they
way
sound
funner.
so fancy.
I have more fun talking like that.
How about everyone?
What are you doing?
Why is that? Why do you even have that down here? Why is that a thing?
That's
way worse than the burping.
Even turning your head, it's like the loudest fucking thing I've ever.
Do you have a cup full of those?
That's the crunchiest food.
Not the slightest move. Kind of dropped into Australia.
Yeah.
Slightest
move. Like,
move. I'm
that's
gonna
the
fucking
slightest move. I'll fucking
P.
creep up
Sherman
on him like a
42
crocodile.
Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Didgeridoo.
That's not a knife. That's an order.
That's a Foster's.
Australian for order.
Australian for get fucked. No.